Ladies and gentlemen, hello. This is Eldritch Yeti, and I know at the end of my last series I said that this was going to be a different game. However, Control Resonant got announced this year, and as somebody who is a huge Remedy fan, of course I'm going to be playing that. And I thought that game is 100% going to get expedited to as soon as it releases. I'm going to be recording it, so might as well get back into the groove of the Control universe by playing Control, especially because it was on the list just a little bit further down. So yeah, we're going to get started. Yeah, I absolutely adore Control. Like I said, I adore everything Remedy, even though I'm not a huge understander of everything going on. But
It's gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello?
alright, so handful of things. First being Courtney Hope. She is a very attractive woman, and I did not realize that she's on a TV drama, and that's where a lot of her career has stemmed from. I think it's The Young and the Restless. I don't watch TV dramas. It's one of the big ones, though. And this is going to be kind of like the same thing of Alan Wake, where... one second. Sorry, got sidetracked with something else. Where I'm not going to go through every single piece because, again, I'm not a lore expert. And so, I mean, there's probably going to be some things that I just have that may or may not show up. I'm not sure. But also, if you're looking for somebody who can explain the lore Control, there is the Lady of Lore and there's Gaming University. Same people who I shouted out for Alan Wake because they've done both of those games.
I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
And so, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff to go ahead and talk about here. Also, before I get too far into it, as my throat is telling me to do so anyways, any kind of coughing or clearing a throat, I have been sick, which I'm going to try to pivot away from the camera, or not the camera, not a live streamer, from the microphone. But yeah, I've been trying cough medicine, I've been trying cough drops, not everything works.
They were hiding in plain sight.
You can tell she wanted to aim the gun, but she doesn't have it yet. And so there's been that. I'm trying to think, because it's actually been like a really long time since I've actually recorded by myself. There's another series I actually have completely done. I'm just in the middle of uploading it. And I was like, oh man, I'm getting close to my backlog. I need to start recording again. And just life has not really allowed me to do that. Excuse me. For a handful of reasons. Like I mentioned, even though I try not to go into it too much, my project, trying to find a new job, I need to study project management more. And if you're a familiar face here and you've listened to some of my spiels, sounds pretty familiar. And that's because I'm a pretty simple guy. I want to keep things consistent for myself. That's how I operate best. And I've had some additional responsibilities of being a best man, where I just had a bachelor's party a few days after recording this. So
Excuse me.
that's been something to... I'll explain a little bit of that after this.
You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm a janitor. You work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then relevant. There'll be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
So, again, apologies for all the coughing, but yeah, I know if I don't get myself back into recording, it's just never going to happen. And I still need to find an editor, but that's something that, will change in time. Maybe. I need more money to pay for an editor, so a whole bunch of things need to be moved around before I can really get where I want to be. And yeah, so bachelor's party, we got breakfast, we went to a local museum, we did a cool little Ghosts and Gangsters tour, and then we wrapped up the night with some Korean barbecue. And everyone had fun. The groom got extremely drunk. He will be guest starring on the channel at some point, just because that's something that he and I have talked about already, and he's interested once we both get our lives a little bit more settled. You've already met one of the people that was there. One of the other guys, he's an older guy. I don't really hang out with him that much. He's not going to be showing up. But the other person there is probably going to be my future roommate, so he'll be showing up at some point too.
I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
So while they're doing this, yeah, and then that's not including a destination wedding, which for some fucking reason is a week long. So that's going to be a week of no recording. So I have to make sure that everything from before I leave till once I get back, that's kind of like pre-planned, taken care of, so I don't have to worry about it, and that's less stress on me. So overall, again, some shifting parts once that's over, which as of time of recording, it's going to probably be about 2 weeks away. And try and make some changes with administration right now with my personal project, just so I can have more time, because a lot of
On my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
parkour. Just because my time has really been eaten up by things that I should not be doing, that people in charge of what they should be doing, and they're not really doing it. So, combination of getting some new members involved to kind of help mitigate that for me and for him, along with reestablishing priorities, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, as a creative director, I should not be responsible for the majority of the things that I am currently doing. I very much took on like also a project manager task or hat, and I want to have a life. I want to record. I want to do some other stuff. Like though, I mentioned like every single Let's Play, but the reviews still very much want to do them. Again, it's just something I really don't have the time for. I mean, editing wise, again, I keep complaining about editing because I'm somebody who I like to do very minimal stuff, and if anything, it's more of like multiplayer stuff that I need editing for. Not really so much the single player stuff. And one of the things I want to do is I'm trying to find my rhythm. I kind of mentioned this, and for people who've been watching my multiplayer content, you can see it where I'm a lot more jovial and interactive and comedic when it comes to my multiplayer stuff, and a lot more analytical, serious when it comes to my single player stuff. And a lot of that is just having a hard time finding the balance of where I can joke and where I can't. And I don't know, I've debated streaming, but I really don't think I do well with streaming because I don't do well on YouTube when it comes to views, so it might be more of a waste of my time. But I'm still trying to figure out a balance, and if people have any suggestions, I am pretty open to suggestions at this point.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Before we do that, we're just going to take a quick look around. Nice little blood splatter. We get to see...
Something's outside.
I mean, I'm not going to spoil it.
Your mistake.
I'm not going to spoil this game. I'm going to try not to. Sure, it's an older game, but also this may somehow be someone's first-hand experience with it, especially because I'm releasing this so close to Resonant, so they may want that background information.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
I remember when I first played this game, again, not doing a lot of research into Remedy just because I was a ill-prepared fool at the time, and I thought that the Doctor sounds so much like Tom Welling. I don't know, if anyone hears that, let me know. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. I mean, I know that Matt is in a lot of Remedy projects, and that seems how kind of like the Remedy cast is, where once you're kind of like involved, it becomes like a very tight-knit family, it seems like, and you are guaranteed a lot of recalls and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I respect that. I personally would love to do something with that, like that with my studio, but we are already not on that direction. We already have a lot of big ideas and a lot of different projects we want to move on. And just right now, the idea of a connected world is just not really there right now. As cool as it would be. One second.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Just because it's a combination of a few things. First being the first game we picked wasn't really my or my project managers. Again, I'm going to quickly stop talking about this, but it relates to Remedy, where it wasn't our first concept. Then also between us, we probably have like at least 50 projects that we want to work on right now. And again, eyes are bigger than our stomachs. We're new devs, but also just like, yeah, we don't want to tie ourselves too much, but again, I respect any company that will do something like this. It's why I still want to work for Remedy. It's still one of my dream studios. If I can't successfully fund a studio myself, this would be the next best thing. I can't aim. Welcome to the Eldritch Yeti channel. Something goes wrong mechanically, and there we go. Both in-game and out-of-game, things always go wrong because I am me, and it's just not me recording. And I could probably, I don't know why my brain went to like probably some musical lyrics, but we're not gonna go into that because I don't sing. I don't have a voice for singing. I have a voice for voice acting, and I'm not just going to do a lot of it right now because, again, sore throat. Whoa. That usually is always the biggest thing. It's just like a sore throat. And one of the things I realized, especially while not doing anything, mainly D&D, is, man, do I miss voice acting. And I think, I don't know if I want to, like, try to do that as, like, a side hustle.
Spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive.
That is pretty
You know
badass.
what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
So that's still Trench. Still Trench. God, I hate coughing so much, but that's pretty cool.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Thank you. That was horror.
Yeah, like I said. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's been a while. So I bought this game for my PS4 when it first came out. Pre-ordered it. Didn't do the deluxe edition because I was a fool back then. I did not realize I was going to love Remedy as much as I do now. Did I beat it on my PS4? I'm trying to remember. Well, I know I gave a copy away to a friend, bought it for my PS5. I think I bought it on Steam, and I got it for on a free Epic giveaway. So, Control's the game I own the most of, with me owning 4 different copies. Which, again, I like Remedy, so it's no longer a surprise at this point. Oops. Oh no, we don't have the key or the key card yet. That's okay. And then we see, there I am. There I am. I look like a judge there. But that's nothing that we can wait on for right now, because we have more important things to do.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Yeah, overall the combat is not too hard from what I remember. I'm just bad. Also, that might be my dog when it's coming. You can also fire from the hip, which is nice. Okay, so I remember trying to do this stealthily the first time that I played through, and unfortunately, that's not really, well, depends on who you are. It's not really an option, and that's something I learned, so that's why I'm not really trying to do that. As for should that be an option in like games or every game, I see why people want it, and I see why developers don't. It makes development a lot easier, but also you want to respect players and the option of choice and stuff like that. So it really comes down to, do you have the resources for it?
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further.
Don't get dizzy now.
Thank you for
Okay.
your attention.
And for those who have seen my channel before, can't grammar today either. Yes, played FBC Firebreak in school, seeing the shelters in a different light where they're more. I don't want to say useful, but more important might be the word. More integral to survival is definitely the case, and I like and we get to do our first. So we want damage after kills. We want reload speed because let's face it, we're not doing that hot. We want more health, and then we can go through missions, which is pretty cool. That kind of like updated that. And then we have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, it completely resets. Never mind. Maybe we will be going through everything. Just kidding. Seeing how fast I'm already going through stuff? Probably not. Yeah, and I would like to say that by the time I'm done uploading this, or by the time we're at the end of the playthrough, maybe I'll sit down and I'll let everyone read, but also by that time, I'm probably going to be done with the game, and I probably would have moved on just because of, again, how I like to do stuff. Because trying to manage like an active like weekly upload schedule is way too not even frustrating, stressful. I haven't even tried to do it. When I first started YouTube, as a late teen adult, because I tried as a kid and that didn't work out. But one of the big things was I tried starting with daily upload, or like I recorded all of Last of Us Part 2. That, I think I've talked about this before. That footage is gone. Never gonna see it. Never gonna hit the light of day just because we were already here. Deleted it. I was very frustrated with that game. I was frustrated with my experience and my job that I did. But after I recorded, I was doing daily uploads, and that was absolutely awful.
Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Shout out to earworms. Like, I like how multiple media that I've seen him covered earworms. Don't want to get taken down, so we're not going to allow that song to play anymore, regardless if we can or not. Is there more over here? No, it does not seem like it. Okay, cool. Again, excuse me. Yeah, try always cough away from the microphone, but that's not always an option, unfortunately. I was not prepared for him to fall. I was not prepared for him to fall. I swear, officer. If I would have known better, I would kill him straight away. Alright, so let's see. We got... I do like double tapping, or just getting a couple hits in and then finishing with the melee. Is it smart in this game, or like any Remedy game? No, not even slightly, but it's all about the player experience, baby! So, we're gonna... Pathfinding, decently smart. We're gonna try to do this. Get a little bit of health. Uh-oh. Are we gonna make it out alive? I certainly hope so. Imagine, if we didn't have that mod, oof, we've been dead already.
Cleanse control poison. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Alright.
What does that mean?
Time to cleanse! Look how powerful we are.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?